fresh back from their bye week, taking on the Atlanta Falcons this week. He's Latavius Murray back on the Rich Eisen Show. How you been, Latavius?
I'm doing good, Rich. How you doing?
I am doing great. So let's get into this. First things first here. When you took the rock for the Saints and Teddy Bridgewater, was he in any way, shape, or form somebody that inspired you, knowing his story obviously as well as you do and having a front row seat and the way that he handled his business with Drew Brees out, Latavius?
He's definitely somebody that inspires me. I think if you just look around the league throughout the years, just have guys that have to, deal with some form of adversity. And having known Teddy now for some years and been with him in Minnesota and now here, for him to really have the opportunity to come in and take over that role and start and excel in it, I think it was pretty cool to see, to be honest.
Well, I mean, and just one more on him. I'm just trying to piece together. Were you there the day in practice where his knee gave way, or were you still on the Raiders that day?
No, I was still on the Raiders. I came after that year.
Okay, so then you just know what Teddy's been through and what he's gone through and what he was able to do for your team. That I'm wondering how the team rallied around him when that happened.
Yeah, I think everybody did a good job of, showing Teddy like, hey, you're our teammate, man. We support you. And we believe in you, and I think Teddy did a good job of, showing everyone what he's capable of doing. I think, like I said, these kind of things happen. Obviously, it was blown up a bit because of Drew and that position, but a lot of people forgot that Teddy has been a starting quarterback in this league, a Pro Bowl quarterback at that. So we knew what we had in him, and he was able to show that.
And obviously, you've been a starting running back in this league, and then obviously you come to New Orleans, and there's Kamara with you in the running back room and then atop the depth chart. What did it mean to you for you to perform the way that you did when you had the opportunity to start for this team, Latavius?
Yeah, I think for me it was just about earning the trust. I think when you come to a new team. I kind of felt like, when I was in Minnesota, being a new guy, I had an injury to overcome. And it's kind of hard to earn the trust of a team and to gain the confidence of everyone when you're hurt. And then it's hard, if you're not, getting those opportunities or you're not able to really, go out there and make plays. But I think I had done enough, and, off season and training camp, but to get the opportunity to go out there and earn, the trust and respect of everybody on the team, that felt really good. So that they know that I'm somebody that that they can count on for sure.
Latavius Murray here on the Rich Eisen Show. You also caught your first ever receiving touchdown as a professional. Is that true, Latavius?
Yeah, man. It was a long time coming. A lot of people don't believe it, but. Yeah, I don't. It just never happened. I think I never thought much of it, to be honest. But I just know that was a stat that was kind of hanging on over my head for a while.
Well, where's the ball right now?
I think Drew got it. I think he has the game ball. But let me see if I can get it from him.
Yeah, I was about to say.
He does have.
He's got a few of them. I mean,
yeah,
right?
I'm sure he got. Yeah, I'm sure he can sacrifice one for me.
I understand, and there is no I in Drew or Breeze. Maybe you'll be a team player, right? and offer you that.
Agree.
So that was. Did you have one at UCF? I mean, I'm wondering if high school was the last time you had one.
Yeah, no, UCF. I had. I think I had a few, maybe like 2 or 3 or 4. A handful. High school, I'm pretty sure I had some. Who knows? But it was more so just being here and getting those kind of opportunities. I think that's been a difference, being utilized and being able to do more at that position.
What is it like being coached by Sean Payton, Latavius? Walk me through that process.
Yeah, I think, like I said, so a lot of people has asked, like, am I asked to, am I doing something different? Are they doing anything different? And I just think Coach Payton has gave me an opportunity to do everything that a running back does, everything that, Alvin has shown to do and Mark, but just dial those plays up for me as opposed to just saying, hey, let's get a smaller, shorter back, speedy back in there to do those kind of things. He's opened up the playbook to me to give me opportunity to make plays in every fashion. And, that's been fun because, again, I've been able to show a little bit more of being a complete back.
Latavius Murray, the first Saints player to have 150 or more scrimmage yards and 2 or more scrimmage touchdowns in straight games since Deuce McAllister got loose in that manner back 2003 right here on the Rich Eisen Show. This is your first week, however, with the Saints with Atlanta on the docket. Has Cam Jordan explained to you what this means? Because he used the word hate week had gone as underway there in New Orleans.
Yeah, so, I know all about division games. Being in Oakland, when you got to play Kansas City, Minnesota, Green Bay, I know what division games are about. And for any team I've ever been on, the most important goal first is winning the division. And Atlanta stands in a way of that for sure.
So because again, Cam has been very vocal already. I mean, it's been about 20 hours essentially since it's begun. So you basically don't need anybody to describe to you what this actually means, is what you're saying.
Not at all. I know what time it is. I know what that means, and again, I know how important it is, and I know the history of these two teams, and this being a really, really physical and hard-fought game over the years. So. I look forward to it. It's what it's all about.
Anybody talking Super Bowl openly there?
No. Look, we know what our goals are. We know where we want to go. There's no secret to that. But I really truly believe that everybody in this locker room has taken care of the business week by week. Again, we know what we want in front of us, but I think we've been understanding that we still got ways to get there. We still got a lot we can be better at, but for us to keep finding ways to win, that's what it's all about. So embracing that.
If I had told you the Minnesota Miracle Day where you were on the winning end, that one day you'd be in the New Orleans locker room as a Saint, what would you have said to that, Latavius Murray?
I'm not sure, but I know when that play gets brought up, I'm kind of a kid who sits back and leans back in his chair, just try to disappear a little bit.
Just fade into the woodwork?
Act like I'm not in there. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know, guys. So it's been fun, man. But we were able to joke about it. I think just similar to, they've had a similar situation last year. So it's just, again, I think they've made light of it. Just kind of been focused on, this season and upcoming games for sure.
Well, how often does it come up, Latavius? Does it come up a lot?
But just if we're watching film or something, if Minnesota happens to come up, if there's plays that guys remember running versus, Minnesota, you'll be surprised here and there the ways that it can come up. I'm like, all right, here we go again. But it's not, on purpose. It's just like I said, it just happens to pop up. The game, but not the moment. But we know when the game gets brought up, obviously we all know how it ended.
Yes, we do. A couple more minutes left here with Latavius Murray, Saints running back. You went back to school this weekend, correct? On your bye week, you went back to UCF?
I did. Yeah.
We saw from Johnny Dawkins' social media feed, the basketball coach, of shot with you and them. Who'd you see back there? Walk me through your week there, Latavius.
Well, obviously, I'm here with me and Traquan Smith. Traquan came after the receiver when I left. Was a part of that quote-unquote national championship team at UCF.
Nice.
So some former alum being there in town. Obviously, seeing some of the players. My sister attends UCF now, so and that's home, man. So anytime I get to go back, man, it's a special place to me, knowing everything that we had to do, and for it to still be climbing in that direction that I intended and hoped it would go when I decided to go there. Is a good feeling for any alumni that comes back and see it. Yeah,
you were part of the building blocks for that, right? Wouldn't you say?
No doubt. Everybody who, at least for me, when I made the decision to go to UCF, it was about being a part of history. And again, just everything they're doing now, that's what you would, you would hope that was happening. You would hope that you were doing something about that. And I feel good in saying that I did.
Well, Latavius, thanks for the call. Really appreciate it. Enjoy, if you will, Hate Week, which I don't usually say to a lot of people, but I always enjoy our time when you come on the show. So I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man.
Right back at you. Right back at you. You bet. That's right. Latavius Murray at Latavius M on Twitter and at Latavius Murray on Instagram.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.